Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll go ahead and get started. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Nehru, and this is Esoteric Guidance. Hello. Um, Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, from Australia. Awesome. Very good. I will. I will ignore some of those. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And it's been a minute. So I've been, for my own self, I've just been continuing to cleanse and continuing to focus on manifestations and the new chapter that's coming our way. Okay, confirmation with that horn honk. Okay. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, keep in mind any names, places, dates that I mentioned, names being, it could be a name of a car. Anything that I mention may be significant for your journey. I am heavily connected to numerology and I work well with numbers. Numbers make sense to me. I don't know any other way to say it. Numbers just make sense to me. So anyway, thank you so much. Welcome in. Thank you for being a part. Just again, a little bit about me. I am here for the 10th and final time. I am an ascended master, birthed on the 333rd day of the year, given over to a karmic polygamous family where the father of that family took my first wife. And while I was serving our country overseas in Germany, then from there, and actually prior to that, I was because of witchcraft. I dealt with seizures until I was 8 years old. Okay, so I was healed myself of seizures at the age of 8. Kidney transplant after 4.5 years on dialysis again due to witchcraft from the warlock, who is now serving 40 to 60 years in Michigan prison if he has not passed already. If you would like to look that information up, his name is Kevin Thomas, spelled the traditional way, both names, Kevin Thomas. It's a Detroit, Michigan case, um, if that helps. And so you can find all of that information, the case paperwork and everything from 10 years ago. 2014 is when he began that 40 to 60 year sentence for a number of things, and I was happy to be one to testify against him. Um, or at least be willing to. He took a plea deal. But yeah, okay. So um, I, like you, I am just on my spiritual journey here, walking, breathing, eating, sleeping, number one, number two, whatever, just like you, okay, just like you, okay. But what the purpose for why I'm here. Everyone has a big grandiose purpose, if you will, right? The big tapestry picture. Everyone has that picture and whatever that grandiose plan is. Okay. Um, that's what we should be focused on. And what I have learned and what I have seen is that we can only get focused on that when we remove the things that no longer serve our good. That is the only way that we can get past those things. Okay. That is the only way we can get past those. So that requires a little isolation. That requires some energy work, getting away from religion and going into spirituality. Because if you need to get away from religion, you already know what religion has done for you. Okay, it's probably produced next to nothing, truthfully. Okay, and so thank you so much again for stopping in. Let's go ahead and get started with the information that I want to share. And again, um, feel free to visit any of the other videos. There's 600, this will make 627 videos on this channel since June of 2022. So there's plenty confirmation. There's plenty of information on the channel and the playlist about me, my journey through my first 50 years. I just completed my first Jubilee. That's 50 years. Okay. So I want to go ahead and again share downloads and things that Divine Source Spirit has, Holy Spirit has been giving me, and a lot of it has to do with um, the changes that we are seeing now, both in Gaia, the Earth, okay, as well as in the beings that walk it, okay. So I've already mentioned we are already well aware of the incidences today. I said today, this year. I'm speaking in some other terms when I say that, but this year we recognize that there have been many kind of out of the blue and unusual, if you can call it unusual, natural occurrences. There was an earthquake in New York City this year. There was an earthquake in New York City. Okay. This year, there was an earthquake in California, and I believe they may have had a couple of them. Okay. The hurricanes in Florida or surrounding the peninsula of Florida. Okay. And then you're dealing with tsunamis in other parts of the world and mudslides. And mudslides are not so unusual, but the 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 way that Gaia is waking up and the way that the atmosphere is responding to these changes is significant. Okay, and we are at a point now. Okay, and this is from my vantage point. Okay, we are at a point now where the the people who are in office around the world will will have to be they'll have to be they'll have to be judged for this in this time period. And I was trying to come up with a like an end something to describe the time period other than the end of the time period. But whatever that time period it is, I personally I see us in this space where the door is about to close on whatever was going on with the pandemic and all of that. Whatever energy and all of that is about to close. Okay, here in the U.S., a new president is about to be sworn in um, uh, next month. So there's new leadership there, new energy there, and also around the world. Again, we talk about Syria, we talk about that area of the world, and we see what is going on, and it's no different than history. I guess history has always shown us that that region of the world is the way that it is because that is the origination place. Okay, and most wars most wars are fought for religious reasons. Most wars are fought for religious reasons. Okay, I don't like what you're doing, the way you teach, the way you believe, the way you lead your country, the way you whatever. So yeah, I think my way is better, so I'm going to come and take your land or whatever. Right? But most things, most wars anyway, are fought for religious reasons. So where I believe we are now is at a place where there needs to be there needs to be a coming together. That's it. Okay, there needs to be a coming together of whoever the divine beings are. Okay, it doesn't matter, male, female, it doesn't matter. Whoever the divine beings are that come together, because first of all, that's only a physical thing, but come together and um, move things forward in the way that they're going. You can already see that humans have grown weary of the way that things have been done. You can already see it. Humans have grown weary. Okay, they are displaced more and more each and every day. You know, it's just like the deer out in the wilderness when we build another Walmart, you know, and that deer is displaced, and then what happens, right? So that's what's happening with the human population. Okay, and this is why I believe we're going to see a massive shift from people when living in inner city to people getting back to more rural living. We're going to see that. We're going to see a massive shift to people going back to trying to get back to growing their own, and I see it. Okay, I see it. And again, that may resonate for you. Let me open up the window, this curtain here, so I can see a little better. um, Also, I was getting something about, if you follow Tarot at all, some of what say may resonate a little better. If you do not, that's okay. You don't have to. But if you do, I would caution you and really be led, divinely led by as to who you should and should not listen to, because there's plenty of karmic readers out there, just like there's karmic anything else. Okay. Um, so there's something about a rat face, whether that rat face is someone's face because of the karma that they're dealing with right now. It's 234 on the timer and 67 degrees. Okay. Alexa, what is the spirit of the rat?
The spirit of the rat is symbolized by mental dexterity, the ability to adapt, and a wise use of resources. Rats are known for their cleverness and adaptability, as evidenced by their ability to navigate difficult situations and find creative solutions. This spirit is associated with the value of resources and the importance of not being wasteful.
Okay. So rat spirit, clever, right? I don't know what year of the rat is. I don't know the years of the rat. I don't know what those are. I could ask, but you could do that. Also, there's something about a hidden agenda. Okay, so be aware, again, just paying attention, and that siren is confirmation to just be aware of your surroundings, collective. Okay, just be aware of your surroundings. But something about a hidden agenda. Okay. Um, the name Evelyn Kane, and that could be together one, someone's name could be Evelyn Kane. That could be two separate names, however that resonates with you. And Kane could be with a C or with a K. Okay. There's something about a love child. Okay. I think I was out walking on the 22nd when I got that, and I came back and I wrote it down. And like that day or a couple of hours later, I was listening to someone and I got another confirmation about a love child. So there was something about a love child. Alexa, who is considered a love child?
From thecontentauthority.com. A love child is a child born out of wedlock who is loved and cared for by their parents, and may be considered a source of pride.
Okay. So there may be something about a child being born out of wedlock, but loved by both parents, or something along those lines. But those parents are not married. And they never were. Okay. So that love child. I wrote this down. Okay. And this is a great mantra. This is a great mantra. In my crown, on my throne. Okay. In my crown, on my throne. Okay. There's something about Jimmy or Hendrix, or either one of those names, Jimmy, Hendrix, or both, or however. Okay. So I had this vision as I was meditating. Okay. And this is on, yeah, same day, 12/22. Okay. And again, that may resonate with you for some reason. We're walking. We were, whoever we were. It was dignitaries. Okay, and we were walking into this building, and it was a large, dark gray, gunmetal gray kind of color. but it had these gold corners, columns, right? Little like accents, all like the trim was gold, but the building itself was this, and it was like a almost like a coliseum type of feel, and it was magnificent to see, and that was through my third eye. And so there may be again something about you collaborating, your travel, your journey, whether that's in a past lifetime. Again, our journey here doesn't change. The purposes for which we're birthed here doesn't change. Okay. The people we meet and run into, often we have run into them in previous lifetimes. Okay. And oftentimes they're back to just feed us more bullshit, to be quite honest with you. Okay. Until we grow and ascend and move beyond them. Okay. Um, Confirmation. Okay. So Most High told me this. Okay. And again, this is not just for me. Okay. I've walked my walk, my journey, what it's been, so that you and others can see just the way that Yeshua did. Okay. Can see that this is, it is possible. And Job and Joseph and yes. Okay. But Most High said this. I'm sorry it had to be so rough, but no one would listen to me. Okay. Again, this is from divine source. I'm sorry it had to be so rough, but no one would listen to me. Okay. I hope those who were not listening are listening today. What is. Oh, okay. So this is a question. This is something to consider. And many might say nothing. But what is beyond love? That's a question. So, what is beyond love to you? What is beyond love? Okay. Um, your current understanding or the definition. What is there anything in your opinion? Is there anything beyond that? Okay. Um, this I wrote down. I call it a Nehruism. Okay. Racism is a waste of an elementary education. Okay. Racism is a waste of an elementary education. Why is it a waste of an elementary education? Because that's where you learn your colors. That's where you learn the difference between brown and black, and white and light brown. That's what you learn. The name Octavia Barnes. I don't know anyone named Octavia Barnes, but that name came to me during meditation. And when I checked the clock, it was 1:44 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 4:04 on the meditation timer, on the time that I was meditating to. When I stopped it, it was 4:04. Okay, Octavia Barnes. I don't know anyone named Octavia, and I know Barnes. Nope. I know Burns. I don't know any Barnes. No. Okay. But I did take a couple of minutes to look around online. Okay. So there is an Octavia Barnes that was a fairly popular collegiate basketball player. She's coaching now somewhere or on staff somewhere, um, in basketball. Uh, Octavia Barnes. There's an Octavia Barnes I found in Florida. There's an Octavia Barnes there who is a hairdresser. Um, um, and there might be a couple of Octavia Barnes that play basketball. There might be a couple of them. Yes, there's two. I think there's two. Okay. So anyway, whatever that means. Okay. So I was coming back into the RV, okay, where I've been for a year and a half. Okay, again, my Job experience. And when I walked into the trailer, Spirit immediately told me that you will not need that anymore. Okay, and it's 22:22 on the video timer. That's a confirmation, and it's 2:42. So it's 2:42 and Mountain Standard Time, and it was 22:22 on the video timer for confirmation and synchronicity. Okay. Um, so yeah, so I was talking about the hot plate, that I would not need it anymore. I wrote down this eulogy. Don't ask me why. These are the words that I was given to write. They did the best they could with the gifts, talents, and gained abilities received. Okay, and that was at 2:57 on, again, on 12/22. Okay, so oftentimes on you at funerals, right, on celebration of life ceremonies, people exaggerate heavily someone's deeds and highly underrate and fail to mention their misdeeds. Okay, right? He could have died in the shootout with the cops, and they will stand up there and swear he was an angel and had a good heart. Them lying asses. They do it all the time because people are afraid of the truth. I don't know why they do it. Okay, and most of these people who say these lies, they're in the church when they have these services and these whatever celebration of life services, right? But they stand up there and lie. They know him or her. They know they were on the streets. They died of AIDS. You know, they died in a drive-by drug dealer. But they sit there and they inflate, okay, and really flat out lie about that individual. Why do they do that? To save face, because they don't want to tell the truth and shame the family? I mean, but isn't isn't that part of being accountable? Isn't that part of being accountable, is to stand there and take it like a man or one man? Isn't that right? I remember during a Q&A session when I was part of the religious organization, um, and a gentleman, he had to be probably 7 or 8 years old. His name is Eric. Okay. And Eric is in his 20s now. But Eric raised his hand. We were talking about Adam and Eve in the garden. Okay. And Eric had a great, fantastic question. Eric is a Sagittarius. If I'm not, he might be a Scorpio. He might be a Scorpio. But Eric had a great question. Eric stood up and said, the gentleman's name is Steve. Okay. He said, why couldn't Adam just be honest and just tell the truth? 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid stood up and said that. Why couldn't he just stand up and tell the truth? What's wrong with people? is what Eric was saying. And I asked the same thing. What's wrong with people? But Eric is probably not from this planet, as I am not. So, and as you might probably are not, if you're listening to me. So, let's go ahead and, oh, also, by the way, I closed out this journal. So that might be significant about closing something out. I closed out this journal. So it's actually a notebook, but, you know, I transformed it into a journal. Right? Confirmation. Oh, right? So there could be, there, oh, so I was meditating and I was looking at Colombia and Venezuela. They're right next to each other at the top of South America, excuse me, confirmation with that rev. They're at the top of North America. And I'm looking at this area and I'm wondering why I'm being drawn to it. Why am I being drawn to it? Why am I being drawn to it? On 12/23, I see a news conference or something, and the incoming president for the United States of America, President Trump, or to be President Trump, he is talking about the Panama Canal, which is right there, connecting Colombia, right, to Central America, right? And he's talking about about ownership and how he wants to get that ownership back into the U.S.'s hands. And so I wrote down from 1977 to 1999, okay? That's 22 years that I believe it was under U.S. management, or however you want to say it. Okay, right. Since then, it's been under ownership of, I don't even know who. I didn't even write that down. But just very, yeah, very, very interesting. Okay. There's something about Coopers. Again, that name could be first name, last name could be a Cooper. Their name could be Cooper, first name could be Cooper. There's something about Coopers. I know a lot of Coopers. Well, I know a family that has a lot of family members, and yeah, their last name is Cooper. Okay. Some of those names are Doris Patrick, Demetrius, Leonard, James, Jimmy, Brenda, Faye, Keith, Rodney. Okay. Any of those names may resonate with. Did I say Cedric? I think I did. Kimberly. Someone could be a junior or the second that's a part of your journey. Okay. Okay. And so, new journal, new life, new year. Right. Okay. I have personally, you might find yourself back in school for something. I have started to attempt, and when I say attempt, I really do truly mean this. Perhaps if accessing Akashic records would be easier at this point, but Hebrew alphabet, there are 22 letters, and I've begun to attempt to grasp them in an effort to help me read the Akashic records, and that's just my own. I don't need to read anyone else's Akashic records. That's your own journey. Okay. I wrote this down on 12/16. Your light is true, my light is pure. Your light is true, my light is pure. Okay. 12/23. I wrote down, quote, yeah, those days were long and arduous. Alexa, what does the word arduous mean?
The adjective arduous is usually defined as requiring great exertion, laborious, difficult. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for arduous.
Okay. Very trying times, essentially. Okay. I feel like I have the grease, the castor oil gleaming up my face. Okay. So, as you, whether if you resonate with this current journey or not, collective, okay? If you resonate with this current journey or not, I mean timeline, not journey, timeline. You are here, so you do resonate with the journey, whether you recognize it or not. But with the current timeline and moving into the age of Aquarius, so if you are going through the dark night of the soul, or you're still going through your ego death, or you're still removing things that no longer serve you, or what have you, okay, you have an opportunity to get to a place. And I wrote down a warrior at peace. Okay, so you have an opportunity. And I don't know why my voice is sounding like this today. It's raspy or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the sign of the times. A warrior at peace. Okay. So a warrior at peace is a warrior who is always ready for battle, but understands that they do not always have to fight. Okay? Confirmation burp. Okay? That is a warrior at peace. Okay? 252, 68 degrees. So yes, okay? And that's what we all seek. That's what we all seek is, again, whether we know it as this or not, this is what we all seek, and that is to be the water. That is what we all seek, is to be the water. Okay? And I described it as this, and then I heard Bruce Lee say it, which was kind of funny as I hold the spirit of Bruce Lee in high regard. Um, and so he said he was talking about water and becoming water, and I just saw this the other day, right, for the first time, and I've been saying it for those of you who have been a part of the channel for any length of time, um, and that is the challenge that life presents to us ultimately: is can you take everything that life is throwing at you, recognize what its purpose is in your life, utilize it for that purpose, and then move on, right? And it might be moving on with or without whatever that was that was in this season. Okay? Okay? Because again, in most cases, my experience in 50 years, my experience has been most friendships are not meant to last a lifetime, and most of them last far longer than what they should. Okay? It was 33:31 on the video timer up there. Okay? Again, most of them are not meant to last a lifetime, and most relationships last far longer than they should because we are meant to grow and grow and flow and flow. And if we do not do that because we get stuck on a rock or a weed or a bush or whatever, okay, then our progress is hindered. And then we have additional challenges. Life is going to give you challenges because that's just life's job. Okay. But then you're pounding more on, right? And again, I've been in karmic seasons, karmic choices. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay, I went back to read a journal entry, and yeah, uh, yeah, I've definitely made some karmic choices. So again, whatever I show is what can be done. It's not magic. It's time, faith, patience, and a lot of honesty with yourself. Okay? A lot of honesty with yourself. Okay? So, continuing on. Hmm. Just as one had to die, one must also live. El Shaddai. Just as one had to die, one must also live. Okay? Got a download about Nelly Corda that she's a professional golfer. I won't share it on here, but it's about her who she is, right? It's not any weirdness, it's nothing sacral or you know what I mean, nothing romantic or nothing anything like that, but it's about her spirit and who she is. And I'm not going to share that on here because it's not, it's none of your business. Um, as still as the water is deep. I was talking about water a moment ago. As still as the water is deep. That is what we aim to be. Okay? The book. I have a book. Okay, I have a book recommendation. Here's my first book recommendation on this channel. Okay? This book, The Change, or The Agent Called Change. This book is written by Marlon Wiggins. I read this book some probably 14 years ago, 10 years ago, probably. No, not, no, more than 10 years ago, maybe 10. Between 10, I guess, maybe between 10 and 14 years ago. I read this book, The Agent Called Change. This book, mm, it lit yet another fire in me. Okay, again, by Marlon Wiggins, The Agent Called Change is, yeah, it's a great book. If you are looking to ignite your solar plexus chakra, if you are looking to ignite your solar plexus chakra, this is a great book. Okay, that's a great book. Okay. Um, I had a visitation. I took a picture of it and posted it online. Oh, I changed my name on Facebook, and I changed with the realization that I do not belong to the couple that I thought I did. So once I realized that, I removed my legal name off of two social media platforms. LinkedIn actually like blocked the account because of some word I used or something, but that's okay. I wasn't doing much on LinkedIn other than again posting what I post here or post what I post on Facebook. Okay, but I had a visitation the other day. A cousin named Daryl. Okay, that may be significant for you. He passed in 2021 on 6. I want to say 6/4. Okay, 2021 at the age of 49. Okay, so here's another one. Okay, it's always the slow ones trying to pull a fast one. Is that not true? It's always the slow ones. When I say slow ones, and this is no tease on the neurologically challenged. Okay, but it's always the slow ones. Okay, who think they're fast trying to pull a fast one. Right? It's always those. Okay, the thems, the those, and the y'alls. Those people. Okay, I'm going to get more into this, and I'm going to do something. Or this is the beginning of, I'll say this is the beginning of what I'm going to share here, is the beginning of what I am calling, again, what I am calling humanetics. Okay, so we know what hermeneutics are. Okay, humanetics. Okay, humanetics. Okay, so your ears, okay, your hands, and your feet are absorbers. Okay, are absorbers. Okay. And again, as divine source shows me more and more about us and how we are a tree, we are a flower, we are Gaia. We are just, it's all just a different form of the same. It's a different form of the same spirit. This is how it is within you, because it's just a different form. You are just a different form of me, and likewise, karmic or serving your higher purpose and in your north node. Either way, you are a different form of me. Okay? You only started with two? Or they, I don't even like saying he. They only started with two. And now we have 7 point something billion. Again, that's just another reason why racism is so asinine. Just another reason. Okay? T-shirt. As you can see, that's a hot button for me. Oh, that's for me. Never mind. Okay. So, understand this, spirit beings. They want you focused on the more unimportant things. Okay? They want you focused on the more unimportant things. What are the more unimportant things? Whatever the distractions are. Okay? So while we're focused on looking at Brian Thompson, right, and that assassination, which is hellish. I can't even go into that. But okay, in a way that America supported that murderer. It's mind boggling that America can do that to someone who served 36 months, okay, in a position, okay. If they assassinate the president, okay, after they've served 36 months in office, the country mourns. But do you understand the difference between the power that that individual has versus what Brian Thompson has? And that's just a facsimile from divine source right there. That's just a download, compare, what do you want, whatever you want to call it, metaphor, whatever. What do you? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, but then again, not much of what humans do on this planet does. Okay. Um, okay. So if you use these three things, you can get a pretty good idea and feel for the ebbs and flows of your life. It's 3:03 on the timer, and it is 43:18. Okay, 43:18 and 3:03, and still 68 degrees. Okay, these three things right here. Your birth chart. Do an astrocartograph. I always say that word wrong. Astrocartography. Okay, chart. Okay, do an astrocartography. I always want to say astrocardiology or something. I always want to say, and there might be something about a an esoteric heart, a divine heart. There might be something about that. Okay, but in your birth chart, your astrocartography chart, and numerology. Between the three of these, we can get a pretty good idea of your journey, as it's 44:11 on the video timer and 3:04. Okay. Remember, collective, for those of you who are on this journey, and when I say this journey, I mean those who are of the light currently functioning again, high vibration, unconditional love. Divine order is at play. It's at play for karmics too, but they don't care about that, so why even share it with them? Divine order is at play. Okay? So, this might require us to walk a little softer. Again, be a bit more attentive. Okay? Pay attention to our surroundings, where we're going, who we're hanging around with, what they're bringing into us. Okay? What we're offering them. Okay? Consciously or unconsciously. Okay? Um, okay. And there's something about the antithesis. Okay. Alexa, what is the definition of antithesis?
Antithesis is usually defined as opposition, contrast. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for antithesis.
Okay. So there's something about opposition. There's something, right? And again, because they hate me, they'll hate you. So just recognize that, collective. There's a royal gesture that's on its way to us. Okay, collective. A royal gesture. Okay, I had a dream. Where do I want to stop here? Okay, I'll stop at the end of these two dreams here. Okay. So I had a dream on 12/25, okay, that I was being offered something, and it appeared to be, it wasn't in a cup, but it was in a jug or some sort. And I could feel in the dream that I asked for, let's say I asked for water, okay, but what I actually got was something else, okay, and it was this milk like looking substance. And I did not drink it, just again, okay. Be aware, even as your physical body rests, as the body rests. Okay. Then the other dream, and then I'll go. Thank you. On 12/24, actually, there was a hand. I saw a hand reaching, kind of for a. I don't have. But kind of reaching for a wallet. So if this was like the wallet, it's kind of reaching into the wallet. I saw the hand, but the person, whoever was reaching into it, did not actually pull anything back or did not actually offer anything. Okay, so there could be something about a fake offer, someone who should have reached out already, someone who should have offered, someone who should have spoke up, someone who should have done something prior to the moment in time that you're seeing this video. Okay. Um, go ahead and get a little bit from our aura book. Okay, and then again, this is What's Your Aura by Mystic Michelle. And we are on chapter 8. It's been a while since we've been in the book. I hope your day is going well wherever you find yourself and whatever you're doing whenever you happen to come across this. Okay, so we are on the section, we're on chapter 8, okay, and we are on aura and money and careers, okay. And again, for those of you who are with this timeline that I'm speaking on, then you probably are feeling an offer headed your way, perhaps multiples, okay. So let's take a little bit from here before we go. Do a past jobs reflection. The jobs you've had in the past may have felt varied, but they likely had some elements in common. In each of them, you showcased your unique auric energy. As a blue aura, perhaps you didn't mind dealing with difficult customers at a retail job. As a purple aura, you might have enjoyed dressing up the mannequins at the dress shop you worked at. You may have been valued because of your talent with balancing books. Okay, so you're a lover of the numbers as I am. As a yellow aura, or praised for your ability to finally fix the Wi-Fi. So you have some ingenuity energy there. These things are talents, okay, from past on positions and that you've held in previous lifetimes, okay. So again, your main purpose, your big grandiose purpose, okay. So if you're meant to be on stage singing, artist, playing, anything like that, musical instruments, you've had that same purpose lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And yes, Beethoven has been back again. I just thought I'd say that. Okay? In who, or as who, I should say, not in who, as who, you'd have to pull all of that information, their Akashic record, you'd have to do all of that in order to find that out. And that you probably would get smacked for because you should not be accessing anyone else's Akashic records. And again, there are some people who are finding that information out after doing witchcraft to access our Akashic records collective. Okay. Okay. So let's reflect upon all the past jobs you've had, and I've had many. Okay. So, movie theater. Worked at Wendy's for 2 weeks before I went into the military because I got bored. And I had already left the movie theater. I was at that job for 4 years, three years. Yeah, 4 years, almost something, 3, 4 years, somewhere in there. Just after, yeah, three and something. So anyway, military 8 years. Then from there, I spent a short period of time at a chemical distribution company. I was a headhunter. I've worked at an air conditioning company as a fabricator and on AutoCAD, doing design work, air duct work. I've had my own 7-Eleven, managed it. It was back when Florida was not a franchise state. It is a franchise state now. Yeah, so I've sold cars. Yeah, I've done a few things, and then for the last 13 years, I've been a tax accountant. So, yeah, lots of different jobs, just over brokes. Identify the more fun elements, or at least the more tolerable. Consider the overall trend in the past jobs regarding I'm sorry, what you were good at, and preferred doing. Connect these talents to your aura. Write down some jobs that would list these talents as requirements or preferred skills. Use the internet to help you in your brainstorm. So I've done this before. I've taken career tests and things of that nature. So I always come up as I'm an INJF. or INFJ, however they say it. Okay. So I am one who always comes up as a teacher, as a leader, just saw a cat run across the street. There might be something about Mayat and Sekhmet. We will go ahead and pull some cards, or cat energy. Cats are quiet. Someone might be sneaky. Okay. Woo! We got a card coming out of the angel box. Let's go ahead and turn this and see. Let's find out. Oh, I think these were the ones we had before. The last time. Okay. So we'll pull some names. But yeah. So it's always a teacher, a counselor for me, or an entrepreneur. I mean, it's always that. And even for whatever opportunities are coming towards me now, I can tell you for sure that one thing that I will never do is I will never take a job. That is restricting to earth angels and empaths, and that's jobs are not good occupations for us. Okay, once you ascend to that level, and you may experience that if you have not already. Okay. All right. So again, thank you so much for being a part of the journey and being with me here on Esoteric Guidance. um, I always think I'm going to go much longer than I do without posting whenever I'm uh, guided to quiet it down, because the monkeys are lurking. Um, so rarely does it go. Rarely does it go past 2 weeks. In part, again, that's because that's just my heart. I just want to help grow. That's all I want to do. 54:45 on the timer. Okay. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 3:15 p.m.
Okay, 3:15. That might be significant for your journey. You might be seeing 55 or 555. That's 15. Okay, that's three. That's 3:15 is 555. Okay. So the energy has been good. It's been solid, stable, high vibrational over over the last several days. Okay. So we have some angel numbers. Let's go ahead and see. We have one, two. Oh, there we go. We have 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, and 2, 1, 2, 1. Again, we just saw 54:45. So there's something about a mirror, or a different side of the same coin. There we go. Thank you. Something about a different side of the same coin. Okay. And then we have 101, which all of this breaks down to. Okay. All of these break down to 101. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay. Energy levels. Okay. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your goal, your end goal, actually. It says, there's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to maintain focus. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Okay, trust in you, and that is you. That is, okay. My eyes are red. My eyes are looking, wow. It's probably because I need to go outside much more. I guess lately I haven't been going outside much, um, just because of all the watchers. So 1, 2, 2, 1, taking initiatives, or the initiative. Work with what you have, and it will get you places. Again, same thing. Same thing. Steadiness. Okay, I mentioned it earlier. Okay. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. Okay, again, ancestors. I had mentioned that visit. Okay, with my cousin Daryl. Okay. We have 2120. Oh, we have 101. And 101 is starting over. Okay, it's 318. You might be seeing 666. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understanding its process and the pursuit of it. Understand. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Okay, some people say it's the big thing. It's not the big things. It's the little things. All of it matters. It all matters. People try to pick sides, and that's a lot of the issue. Okay, don't try to pick sides. Okay, nobody cares if you're a Democrat or a Republican. We only want someone in office who's going to lead this country in a light right direction. That's who cares about Democrat or Republican. Okay, nobody cares about that, or they should. Okay. And if you go farther enough back in history, approximately 60 years, you will find out that there was a time when brown folks, as I stand or sit before you today, were Republican and not Democrat. There was a time not too long ago in this nation's history. Go take a look at your history and you will find that out. And when you do, come back here, give this video a thumbs up. Now, I never asked that question, but when you find that out, come back and give this video a thumbs up, okay? Because that just goes to further prove how dumb discrimination is of any sort. Of any sort. It's just dumb, okay? All right. Thank you so much, ancestors, for all of your love and light. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, we got two. So we have the Three of Swords, which we're not worried about. And then on the bottom we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. Some fast, and that makes sense. Some fast, crazy, chaotic energy again. So just be aware. Okay, just stay alert, stay alive, collective. All right. Then we have Three of Pentacles. Okay. So Three of Pentacles is talking about a new start. Three of Pentacles is talking about a new start here. Okay. This is the beginning of the new. Okay. Okay. Eight of Wands. Okay. So Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands, you're talking about some information coming in. Also, to me, wands always represent either protection or conflict. Okay, so there's either conflict going on, it depends on how it resonates with you, conflict going on, or protection. Certainly, if it's not protection that you're feeling and you're feeling conflict, then there's something you can do about that. Okay, you can meditate, you can cleanse your energy. There's a lot that you can do about that. Okay, all right. Anything else? Highest divine white light. Whoa, whoa. Yep, we love it. We love it. Justice just fell out. Just fell out. Just fell out. We love it. Okay, all right. So we've been waiting for that for quite some time. It's good to know that that's on the way. So that might be part of the information that's coming in, or what part of the conflict is about. Okay. We're not in conflict. Okay. All right. So, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is hot. This card, it's bad. I need to order some new cards. But that card is hot. Okay. Knight of Wands. Okay. That is the solid offer that those of you who resonate with this timeline should be receiving. Again, don't put any time limits or time restraints. Do not limit yourself in that way. Understand that highest divine white light could bring a stork to your doorstep if that's the way divine wanted to deliver it to you. Okay, so just understand, do not place limits on what the possibility can be, and yeah, okay, you'll find out that you can go further than what you thought, perhaps. Okay. So thank you so much again. I think that's going to do it for being a part of the channel. And again, or I haven't said it, I don't think, but if you would like to get in touch with me, you can do so via email at theencourager333@gmail.com. I don't know why I'm feeling rushed, but someone might. Please slow down. Whether you're driving, walking, thinking, sleeping, right, slow down. Okay. It's always better to go slower than faster in most cases. Okay. In rare occasions, like an offer from Microsoft in 1982, you might want to jump on that. But otherwise, take it slowly. Okay. So thank you so much as always for being a part of the channel. My name is Nehru. Again, this is Esoteric Guidance, helping us all become our highest, purest, truest version of ourselves. Doing that by walking the walk that you walk. Okay? Thank you so much for being on the journey with me, and be encouraged.